Hi everybody, this is Moo.
And this is Fuji.
And we just watched Robin Hood.
We watched the furry movie.
Furry edition of Robin Hood.
Super furry.
Oh my god.
The snake was furry.
The snake was no, it literally had fuzz on it, like fur on it. He had hair. What? Why?
It bothers her.
It bothers me so. No, he's a reptile. That's not how this works. If reptiles have hair, it's very fine. You can't see it, so...
Actually, come to think of it, I think they did that on purpose because they said that snakes being, like, scaly and stuff is not appealing to audiences.
I mean, I guess, but Circus was the bad guy, one of the bad guys anyway, so...
But you should still make, like, an appealing villain. And actually, they said that, I was reading some of the reviews that came out when this movie came out, and they were saying that, like, the villain, like, Prince John and Sir Hiss were considered, like, super popular villains. Like, very endearing villains.
Okay.
70s Moo.
The 70s had very low standards. This movie was... I'm not gonna say this is a bad movie.
In comparison to some of the others, it's not as strong.
Yeah, this is even more pace jumpy than the Aristocats. Like, and it's pretty obvious that they reuse so much animation.
A lot of animation.
If you've heard
from all the way back.
Yeah, they reused animation from Snow White.
It's amazing.
They Maid Marian dances like Snow White. Her bloomers become petticoat. It's weird. It's weird. And this is honestly the movie that people use the most as an example of, oh gosh, Disney reuses animation. Look at this, everyone. And Robin Hood's the example of it. It's true. Like,
there's a lot of reused loops and things.
It's like they're like, okay, just copy paste, we're good. I mean, granted, they didn't really copy paste it like computers, but it's the idea.
The idea.
Yeah. And but luckily this movie did do well when it came out, so...
And they did say that, you know, the fact that this movie did well, sort of re-bolstered people's faith in the Disney company, since this was, you know, after Walt Disney had died. And they'd kind of wondered, you know, where it was going to go from here.
Yeah. They're probably like, is it going to be as good without Walt Disney? Because, you know, Walt Disney was the face of the company, you know, it was like, yeah, hey guys, I'm Walt Disney. I'm going to go see my movies. I'm really cool, and so are my movies. Go see them. Do you like my impression of Walt Disney?
I wish Walt Disney could have heard that impression of Walt Disney. I wish you could have gone and done that to him in front of his face.
I don't know. He probably would have just smiled and
politely escorted you out.
Probably said, "Oh, that's nice," and then, like, you know, moved on because it'd be like a meet and greet or something. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he did do meet and greets. I think he probably did.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna assume he did because
I'm gonna be honest. I'm really tired because that movie was really long.
It was, wasn't it? Or it felt long. It was only an hour 20.
Hour 20.
But it felt really long. Like, I was just thinking, like, we were like sitting back, like, I guess not even the action scene where they fight in the fairgrounds,
because it's just super crazy. It's
like they just went, all right, let's just move everything really fast. There's a train. The Madison, Wisconsin fight song comes on, and Ryu's, oh man, pies, oh man, okay, it's over. That was right?
That was an apt description, yes.
Yeah, thank you. Like, I felt tired at the end. Is that weird? Like, I was just like, okay.
I mean, because there's not a whole lot of regard for, like, staging and stuff like that in this one. Which, I mean, it does make the production feel cheaper when it's done like that.
Yeah.
Because what was I thinking of? Like, Sleeping Beauty, for example, has really great staging.
It does. Like, Prince Philip doesn't summon his sword from nowhere. This happens several times in this movie. Like
people just pulled stuff out of their asses. And...
Yeah, they just pulled it out of their asses. Like, the rabbit child, like, when he's in the courtyard scene with Maid Marian, he suddenly has a wooden sword with him. We didn't see him carry a wooden sword. In fact, his bow and arrow disappears. It's just gone. Okay. I guess we're not gonna have it anymore.
Was the wooden sword from Peter Pan?
You know what? I think it was. This is reuse the assets. Do it.
I mean, and you know, props to them for being resourceful. But
yeah.
it down the line, especially now that, you know, these things are readily available to watch on DVD, and that we can watch it anytime, you notice that stuff more. Like, I wonder if, you would have, had to pay money to go to the theater, and then,
Mhm.
it'd only be in the theater every once in a while.
Right.
You wouldn't have the chance to do what we're doing, which is going through and watching all of these in a row.
Unless you had the film reel, which good luck getting that. Like,
Right.
like there's no way you would get that. Like,
So, I mean, I do wonder if some of the criticism is a little bit excessive now just because we do have access to all of these movies.
yeah, I pretty much think it is. I mean,
Because, I mean, I think that, because there's a couple of years in between this movie and the last one.
yeah,
2 years, something like that.
it's about 2 years.
And I mean, in that time, like, you wouldn't be thinking about all of those reused film clips. And I
Oh
mean,
no.
like the scenes where, clearly they took things from Snow White, and we just watched Snow White a little while ago. So,
Mhm.
it's like, oh, hey, that part's from Snow White.
Yeah.
And,
Everyone
from
knows it.
Jungle Book, there's a lot taken from Jungle Book, which I think just speaks to how well Jungle Book was animated.
Yeah, they really did take a lot from Jungle Book. They're like, okay, so we got this bear, we'll just reuse Blue's animation. It's the same voice actor, whatever.
I mean, and it's really blatant because we just watched them, one after the other. But at the time, you wouldn't have been able to do that. So it might have been like, oh, this is familiar looking. But I don't know that people would have noticed it quite as bad.
Yeah, unless you were like a really diehard animation fan and you came to the theater like a lot.
You almost said anime
I
fan.
did almost say anime fan.
In the 70s.
I wouldn't be surprised if there were some. I mean,
I'm sure there were some.
I mean, before the distribution of like home video, like I probably wasn't. But we're not talking about anime right now.
Let's not talk about anime.
Let's move on. Well, we can talk about that another time if we want. But
I mean, the part where it's just really egregious in this one though is like the little rabbit, like when she's scratching her leg,
Yep.
and like the walking animations and the ones where they're like charging at the camera, where it's just obvious that it's being used, 4 or 5 times throughout the movie.
Mhm.
And again, it's not a long movie, so you definitely notice those. Those to me stand out a little bit more, and it does feel like it cheapens the movie a little bit.
Yeah, I think though, like even if without the reused animations, I think this movie's pacing would still have problems because even if you didn't notice any of that, like if you went through this whole movie, you didn't notice that, you would just be like, I guess you know what? In retrospect, when I watched this movie when I was a kid, I would always be doing something else.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would be like playing with my toys or with my siblings or we're playing a board game or something like that. Like we would watch it and have it on TV, and I had seen the entire thing, but I don't recall ever sitting still for Robin Hood. If that makes sense.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah,
Because I think I had the same sort of experience.
yeah.
Because it's really episodic. Like you can tune in and tune out for like 5-10 minutes at a time, and you get like a full episode that
Mhm.
happened.
Yeah, what I'm wondering is like, how would you fix the pacing of this movie? Like,
I
I've been trying
mean,
to think about it. I'm
and
like,
like there's endless Robin Hood movies.
Exactly.
Movies and stories and things where people have done stuff like that. So
Mhm.
I don't really know.
yeah, I don't know. Like, I would say like a rewrite, honestly, but like, I don't know. Obviously, they couldn't do that. But I'm just trying to think what they would do. You know,
Sort of the appeal of Robin Hood is like all these like little interconnected stories.
yeah. I guess maybe I would have shortened some scenes, like the long fight scene in the fairgrounds.
It's very long.
The title scene is really like the title card part is really long. Like, I mean, yeah, I like the song, I really do. Don't get me wrong. It's just like it's really long. Like, it takes up a good like few minutes of the movie to go.
See, I feel like I wonder if we're starting to approach the point at which credits were put at the end.
We're getting close to that, I think. Yeah,
Because that felt like an end credit sequence.
I said when we started this is like a sitcom opening.
It was like a sitcom.
It has like the
opening.
characters and their names, and then I was like, too many cooks.
I was just gonna say that.
Takes a lot to make a stew. You're welcome. Anyone who gets that stuck in their head now. But yeah, it was like that, and I think we are probably gonna get to that point
where credits were long enough to warrant putting them at the end, just because it'd be a lot to sit through. Can you imagine, like, if they put the credits for Moana at the beginning of Moana?
Okay, guys, we're ready to watch Moana. First, the credits.
You know what I'm looking forward to though?
Hmm.
The award bait songs. In Disney. Okay, so like when we get to like,
you mean later in the Disneyland?
like
I thought you meant
Beauty and the Beast, where it's like
Little
there's
Mermaid.
the song. No, but Little Mermaid didn't have one over the end credits.
You're right, it didn't, did it?
No.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Did Beauty and the Beast start that?
I think Beauty and the Beast started it
I wouldn't be
because there was
surprised.
like the movie version of the song Beauty and the Beast, and then the end credits with
Beauty and the
Peebo Bryson and
Beast.
yeah.
whoever else sang it.
Yes.
But the one I remember the most, honestly, is Mulan's, where it's like, true to your heart, you gotta be true to your heart. You know, it's really, really like early 2000s, 90s.
I don't like that song.
You don't?
We'll talk about it when we get to Mulan,
Okay.
but I do not like that song from
Really?
Mulan. No.
Huh.
That's not the message of the movie.
You're right, it is not. It
That's
doesn't
not
fit the movie.
Mulan, everyone gets Mulan wrong, and it's because you're not Asian. You don't understand.
I'm not Asian, you're right.
You don't understand. We'll talk about that when we get to Mulan.
And yes, we'll hear all about Mulan from our representative Asian.
Resident Asian.
Resident Asian. That's what I meant to say. Representative doesn't make any sense.
Token Asian friend.
Token Asian friend
That's
is here.
Me. That's me.
You're just like, yes, this is my role in life.
Have I told you about, so in college, actually before I met you, in college, I was hanging out with a group of my friends one day, and we looked at ourselves, and one of them was like, look at us, we're, you know,
the Burger King Kids Club kind of
We were, because there were 5 of us. There was 3 girls, 2 boys. 1 Asian, 1 black, 1 Canadian, 1 Greek. And then we said if we had a friend in a wheelchair, we'd be like on the cover of a brochure.
You would. Oh my god. That's amazing.
It was amazing.
Sometimes fiction reflects real life, real life reflects fiction.
All right, so we're at about 11 minutes. Any last thoughts on Zootopia?
Actually, no, there is one more thing I want to bring up. Is that after the scene where they're dancing having the party, Maid Marian just disappears until she gets married. Like, where'd she go? Where is she? They don't say anything.
Where'd you come from? Where'd you go?
Where'd you come from? Maid Marian, who may or may not be a princess, question mark.
I forget why she's...
I know she's not a princess in the original material. She's like high, upper class.
Nobility, yeah.
Yeah, she's nobility, but
Right,
she's not a princess. But this is a Disney movie, of course, so they're just like, yeah, I'm my in-law is an outlaw or something like that. I don't know, but whatever King Richard said at the end of the movie. But he said that, and I was just like, wait, hold on. Hold up. First off, how did a lion give birth to a fox? Secondly,
I don't think they're actually related like that.
I know, but that line, you don't say that unless you're related.
Or you think it's funny.
No, that doesn't make any sense. It's not funny if they're not related. Joke. It's not funny if they're not related.
It's a dad joke.
It can't be a dad joke if they're not related.
It doesn't matter.
Oh my god. King Richard. Well, that's all we know about King Richard is he's not effeminate like his brother, and dad jokes.
Dad jokes.
There you go. That's
okay.
Let's go on the Third Crusade. Okay. All right. I guess we'll wrap this up. I just wanted to bring that up because I thought that was really odd. I was like, okay, she's gone. Bye. Next one is Winnie the Pooh.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. Childhood. Like, really early childhood is Winnie the Pooh. So.
And we'll finally get to be hearing Sterling Holloway as Winnie the Pooh and not every other role that's been bothering you so far.
My Jamies are rustled by it for some reason. Like, I like hearing Winnie the Pooh out of Ka. I don't like hearing Actually, I'm okay with hearing Winnie the Pooh out of Roquefort. Yeah, that's fine with me. But it was Ka that bothered me. I'm just like,
And he did the narration for one of the shorts films that we watched that you hated.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh no, it was Peter and the Wolf.
It was. He did the stupid narration for that Peter and the Wolf. God. Sir, I love you. I really do, but come on. Whatever. Point being is, I get to Winnie the Pooh. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
It's gonna be good.
Oh man, we're gonna see my fave Tigger. He was my fave growing up.
What would be your favorite?
What does that surprise you?
It doesn't surprise me.
Did you have a favorite?
Maybe Piglet.
Oh yeah, Piglet's great.
Because he's small. I identify.
Oh dear. Sorry. Anyway, no, I'm not sorry. Okay, we'll see you guys then.